Hey guys, it's Austin from Curls on the Rack. Today we're going to be talking about the standing or seated calf raise. Obviously in a commercial gym you're going to have access to the full standing calf raise machine where the rest are going to go on your shoulders, and then you're going to have a seated calf raise too where you're going to sit down and load the plates up on the machine and you can do the seated calf raise that way. Today we're going to be showing you how to get the job done with 3 different variations you can do from home. So what we're going to do for this one, the first one, we're going to grab one of our dumbbells here, stand up, and then you can do either a single leg or using both your legs as a variation for this one. So you can go with a single leg variation here. We're just going to sink that calf down, get the full stretch on the calf muscle, and then squeeze, push, and come up, pausing at the top. A lot of people go way too fast on their calf raises. You'll see them start doing this bouncing stuff. We want to take all the momentum out of it, right? We want to get that full stretch on the muscle at the bottom of the movement. We'll allow it to stretch out completely and all the momentum to come out. Come up, squeeze at the top, hold, and then back down. Nice and slow, really forcing that calf to do all the work. Again, on that standing calf raise too, you want to keep your knee as straight as possible. Obviously don't lock out your legs and cut off blood circulation to your head, but do keep a good straight leg position, right? That calf's going to be targeted the best by keeping the legs as straight as you can. So, how you can do the double leg variation is the same thing. Standing up, tall, just like that, just using both legs. So, when we're doing our standing calf raise, we're really focusing on the big muscle of the calf. This is going to be the gastroc, that's going to be the biggest one, but we also want to target the soleus, which is going to be the smaller muscle of the calf, and that's going to be targeted through that seated calf raise. Another thing that we can do if we need to add more weight is go into our next variation. Alright, so this next variation here, we're just going to add a little bit more weight by getting our belt attached with a plate attached to the belt. Grab our dumbbell again, and then we can do the same thing here. One hand grabbing the bar, allowing that full stretch at the bottom of the movement, squeezing up, holding, and then back down. Just an easy way to add a little bit more weight. Another thing you guys can do to target some different areas of the calf is to go with a more bladed stance to the outside, up and back down, up and back down. We can go for the narrow stance here where it's just facing straight forward, just like a regular stance, or we can go more bladed inward. And this is just going to work different parts of your calf so you get that all around good development. Alright, next up we're going to be talking about the seated calf raise. It's important to remember to train both the standing and the seated, because it's going to train 2 different muscles of the calf which we need for that all-around calf development, right? We need both of them. We can't just focus on one and not the other. They're both active and doing different things. That gastroc is going to obviously get you the bigger development, but that soleus is going to really start to target in that muscle tone by giving it that good shape and definition, and not just the mass and everything too. So make sure you're training both when you're doing calves. So seated calf raise is next. So when I set up for this one, this is a good variation you can do if you don't have access to a regular seated calf raise machine. So you're just going to get your dumbbell, set it right on top of your knee here again, get a couple plates, make sure you're getting that good stretch on the calf, letting it sink all the way down to the bottom, getting that full stretch on the muscle, and then from here we're just going to squeeze, come up, make sure to keep that dumbbell balanced, back down, up, hold, back down, really let it come down to that full stretch. What I'm talking about with the full stretch is don't let that bounce start to happen, right? If I come back up and then come back down, it's almost like a rubber band with your muscle, right? There's that rubber band effect where the weight will just kind of snap back up and you can feel it because it gets a lot easier and it's a lot more dangerous. So make sure you're coming down, pausing, letting that momentum come out, letting that full stretch effect happen, and then squeezing up to the top. Alright? And that's the seated and standing calf raise.